My name is Angela Hayes, and I am the second grade teacher at Georgetown High School in Grant Parish. My greatest passion as a teacher is to be able to provide real-life experiences for our very rural community school students. Most of our students here do not have the same opportunities as others due to low socioeconomic status, as well as the access to these experiences outside of school. My heart longs to provide more for them and more opportunities for them. Spending extra time preparing my daily lessons is something that I take a lot of pride in, knowing that I'm giving my very best for them to have the experiences that they will truly remember and be able to use these experiences in their own lives as they grow older. The students in this video are in second grade. The content of this lesson is math. This lesson is an extension from Eureka, Module 4, Topic B, Lessons 6 through 10. The objectives of this lesson are that the students will be able to solve real-life word problems within 200 using strategies based on place value. They will understand that they need to use models or other strategies to demonstrate thinking as well as relate these models back to their vertical method. They will also understand that they may need to compose a 10 or 100. They will use a checklist to guide their understanding of what the word problem is asking them to do, especially since it's a real-life word problem. This will allow them to set up the problem, solve the problem, and then teach back to their peers. This lesson is an extension lesson that I created that would allow my students to use prior knowledge, higher order thinking skills, partner talk, and the opportunity to present or teach back. Prior to this lesson, Module 3 immersed the students in the base 10 system. They bundled groups of 10 and saw that 10 like units could be bundled to produce a new unit that is 10 times as large. They progressed from seeing 10 ones as 110 to understanding 10 tens as 100. Module 4 builds on that place value understanding to compose and decompose place value units in addition and subtraction within 200. This lesson connects to my overall goals by developing students' conceptual knowledge of addition and subtraction of multi-digit numbers within 200 as a foundation for work with addition and subtraction within 1000 in Module 5. Students are able to apply their place value reasoning to negotiate different word problem types. They are also able to collaborate with their peers and then present or teach back their thinking processes. In preparing to teach this lesson today, I strategically partnered my students to help with those reading gaps for word problems and differentiated problems on partner tasks to help strengthen any math gaps. I also differentiated partner tasks. This allowed my strongest math students to be able to try a subtraction problem today to begin future work. And it allowed for accountable talk to occur for my 5 SPED students so that all of my students could achieve success and be successful at the objectives that we had for today. To get started with some very, very smart thinking work.
Yes!
So I've been thinking, and I know over the last few days that we have been working so hard on how to add double and triple digit numbers. Am I right about that?
Yes.
Okay. And in order to do that, to fluently add double and triple digit numbers, we've been working on a few strategies, right? So we've been using the vertical method. That was one of our strategies that we've been using. And inside that vertical method, it has the count on strategy, right? We've also been learning how to create HTO models, which are place value models, to show how that vertical thinking really takes place. So that's altogether 3 different strategies that we've been using so far to do this. Am I right?
Yes.
The vertical method, place value models, and the count on strategy. Well, today, Colton, we're going to take that work and we're going to go even deeper into our thinking. Can y'all dig deep for me for a minute?
Yeah.
Dig deep. We're going to dig deep into our brains and we're going to take all that work and we're going to do something different. So I want you to look right up here at our purpose for today's lesson. Our purpose says, I can solve real life word problems within 200 using strategies based on place value. So not only are we going to do the vertical method today,
Not only are we going to use place value models, we are going to learn how to solve some real life word problems, some real scenarios that Miss Hayes has created for you. Okay? So I want you to be thinking about that. And you might be wondering, well, Miss Hayes, how are we going to do that? There's 4 things that we're going to do today. Are you listening?
Yes.
You got your ears on?
Yes.
Okay. The first thing that we're going to do is we are going to use this word problem checklist that you guys and Miss Hayes created together in class. We're going to use this to guide our thinking as we read a word problem. Okay? We're going to follow each one of these important steps. Do you see a step up here that's really important?
Yes.
So we're going to use this to guide our thinking through the word problem. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to solve that word problem using the vertical method. The third thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a place value model to show how that vertical method works. And then last, Julius, and most importantly, you guys are going to get to be the teacher. You are going to go back and you are going to get to teach back the work that you've learned today. So you've got 4 pieces in order to meet this objective for today, solving real life word problems. Now, before we get started, Miss Hayes was doing some thinking, and I wondered, do these kiddos really know why this is important? Why do we need to know how to solve real life word problems? So you think about that. Sailor, why do you think that this is important?
Because what if you walk into a store, somebody could cheat you with the money?
Yeah. Just a few weeks back, we were working on a problem in here, and you guys were trying to figure out how much change you got back, and Miss Hayes took your money, right?
Yeah.
So we don't want that to happen to you in real life, right? You want to be able to go in and know how much that item cost. Paisley, what about you?
Because maybe you'll have a bill and you're going to pay that bill, but you don't know how much your money is.
And you got to make sure you know how much money to make it to the end to the next paycheck, right? Or maybe to the end of the month. If you're like a teacher, just get paid once a month, right? That's smart. So have you seen Mom and Daddy having to pay bills? So you know that happens in real life, and you want to make sure you've got enough money to do that
I always
with.
say turn off.
Are you ready to see the real life scenario Miss Hayes has for you?
Yes.
All right, get your eyes ready and see.
And count 3 more up. 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'll make 7.
Do you guys agree with that?
3, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, Annabelle, talk to them.
Because why you screaming at me? I just feel
This because 4 plus 3 plus 1 is 8.
Can you try it again and just see?
wait.
Because you might be right about that, but maybe if you just try your thinking again, do it one more time.
Okay. I saw 5 count 2 more up.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Ah, it was a good thing that you were talking about it, huh? It's a 10. That's right. So 9 and 5 was 14. You left the 4 ones and you carried that 10 next door
Yeah, I
to the
forgot.
10th column.
I forgot where to put it.
But hey, would you have known that if you hadn't talked about that? No, you would have not figured that out. All right, so now try your 10.
183, 184.
Did it match?
Yay!
Here we go.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
It did good. So now we know that our thinking was correct. Working different problems. In the end is when I want them to hear you when you come back and you're the teacher. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All the materials you need are right there inside that packet. I will be walking around to assess you on my rubric. And then, when you finish... Why did we underline 48 and 23?
Because how many cookies are on?
Yeah, we had to know how many cookies there were, right? Okay, so you did that. What else was important, Annabelle?
And together
All together, okay. What does that mean?
to add.
Yeah, we want to know how many there were all together. We'd have to add them all up, right?
To add 2.
Okay. Yeah, we want to know how many there were. All right, Sadie, talk. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You're fine.
We circle A and count 3 more.
Okay.
9, 10, 11.
Okay. That's right.
We put a 1 and we put the 1 up here.
Okay. And is that a 1 really?
A 10.
That's a 10. That's a 10. That's why we put it with the 10 family,
We
right?
circled 4 and we count 2 more up. 5, 6, and 1 makes 7.
Yes. So y'all's answer was 71?
Yeah.
All right. Sadie, tell me about this T model that you guys made.
So first we were trying to make 48.
Okay.
So we decided to put 4 10s and 8 10s.
Okay. And then what?
And then we did 23.
Annabelle, you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we put two 10s and 3 1.
Okay. Then what happened after you got 48 and 23? What was your thinking next?
And then we counted and 7.
Okay. Was there 10? Mm-hmm.
And then we counted it all.
Okay. So can y'all count it? Can y'all count it for me? Here we go.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71.
Girls, give me 5. That was great thinking. So the question wanted to know how many cookies did she make all together? How many did she make?
71.
71 cookies.
You missing?
And you had to take away 4 ones, but you didn't have any, did you? So you had to borrow from one of these. And then you came back and made 1, 2, 3, 4 marked out. Okay. Now, you've taken away your 1s. Now, how many 10s do you have to take away?
3.
Okay, take those away. All right. How many do you have left here?
1.
1. Draw your 1 down. And how many little 1s? Count them and make sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Uh-oh.
6.
Oh, you better make sure you count those, because if you just wrote that down, you'd miss it. That group actually did the same thing. So how many do you have?
16.
16. Do they match?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now look, remember, whatever you do up here is the same thing that your place value model has to do. If you had to go borrow from a 10 here, then you have to go borrow from a 10 down here as well, because you want those to match. Give me some high fives. That was good thinking work today, guys. I'm proud of some of the talk that I heard you guys do. I'm proud of the work that I saw on those papers. Good job to you. Now, are you ready to teach back?
Yes.
So,
we underline, we put in formation. We got 48 Grinch cookies and 23 Jump-on cookies. And how many is to add and together is to add 2. All together, I mean to add 2. And then we went down here and showed it. So we did 48 plus 23. We split the column and we put 8 in our head. 8, 9, 10, 11. It was 11, so we made the 1 stay and we did the 10 up. And then we circled the 4, 5, 6, and 7. So our answer was 71. And then we went over there and did our T model. So our first number was 48. And 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 and 13 and 14 and 15 and 16 and 17 and 18 and 19 and 20 and 21 and 22 and 23 and 24 and 25 and 26 and 27 and 28 and 29 and 30 and 31 and 32 and 33 and 34 and 35 and 36 and 37 and 38 and 39 and 40 and 41 and 42 and 43 and 44 and 45 and 46 and 47 and 48 and 49 and 50 and 51 and 52 and 53 and 54 and 55 and 56 and 57 and 58 and 59 and 60 and 61 and 62 and 63 and 64 and 65 and 66 and 67 and 68 and 69 and 70 and 71 and 72 and 73 and 74 and 75 and 76 and 77 and 78 and 79 and 80 and 81 and 82 and 83 and 84 and 85 and 86 and 87 and 88 and 89 and 90 and 91 and 92 and 93 and 94 and 95 and 96 and 97 and 98 and 99 and 100 and 101 and 102 and 103 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 71. So it equals 71.
The lesson objectives were met for this lesson. The students were able to use their prior knowledge, their higher order thinking skills, their checklist, and partner talk to complete this real-life word problem. They were able to solve the problem and demonstrate understanding using a place value model. Most groups were successful during partner tasks, and then 13 out of 13 students performed proficient on their individual exit tickets. They did realize it was not easy to teach back in front of their peers, but that didn't stop them from wanting to take part. Each group was so excited. Next time I teach this lesson, though, I would allow time for them to practice teaching back with me so that we can make a few adjustments, such as their eye contact, their voice level, and their audience presentation. By making these adjustments, I think it would help my students be more confident in their presentations. After this video, my students wanted to continue this work with subtraction and create models to demonstrate their own thinking. As you could see, the students were very intellectually engaged in this lesson. After this lesson, my students now have a deeper understanding of how to think through a real-life scenario, know what it's asking them to do, and be able to achieve the correct answer. Thank you for watching.